I feel like my life is fragmented around the internet, around different data centers that create the tumultuous construction of who I am, of what is my life. I can't stop thinking about how everything that I use daily, to talk to friends and family, to learn, to entertain myself, to work and to produce for my job, all of that is consuming energy. I'm sucking life out of the earth. We all are. And I can't stop thinking that it's like talking to some obscure god. When thinking about how it's impossible for me to relate to a bigger system, such as the climate change and the technology that supports our modern worlds. I'm fragmented in space and time. My whole identity is scattered in the digital area. I feel like my personality, my professional life, my education is sucking energy and resources from the earth. I know my data is scattered between the data servers of Google, who also owns YouTube and other services I use, and the servers of Amazon, where Netflix, Twitch, Facebook, and so many other services and websites have their data and operate from. I can barely find the exact situation of where my data, my life is. But it is somewhere. It is in the ground, in the form of a server that is made by tactile, heavy materials. It is made in plastic, in metal, in materials and shapes that are so specific, so refined, that are almost impossible to understand and to name without great expertise.
Combined with a form of fusion, the machines have found all
This
the
is my
energy
life.
they could ever
This
need.
is good.
There are few. Endless few. Longest time I could feel it. And then I saw the fields with my eyes. Watched them liquefy the dead so they could be fed intravenously to the living. And standing there, facing the pure, horrifying precision, I came to realize the obviousness of the truth.
My data consumes energy. My online life has a real specific contribution to climate change in form of infrastructures, in form of contracts between energy companies and service providers. It is real money, it is real space. The cloud is solid, concrete, and is somewhere, using energy in an intricate and elaborate system that I cannot access and that I can barely understand. All my emotional belongings are either far away or in the memory of my phone, my hard drives, or in Google Drive's data centers. Such intimate, such alien way of living, of communicating. It's difficult to understand how something that is so close to my heart is also created in a way that it's so different for me to understand. The only thing is that I have zero control on how those very intimate fragments of my life operate. I can't locate them and I can be free from them without losing my job, my access to education, my ability to talk to friends and family. It is the dictatorship of no alternative. I cannot control the climate. I cannot stop the climate catastrophe. I cannot control the internet and how it is using my data and how it is storing and manipulating it. I cannot interact with it in an important or any relevant way. And I feel like I'm talking to a dark and indifferent God. But there is a silver lining. I feel like I'm talking to the void. But there is a silver lining. But I cannot think and I cannot concentrate and I can't offer solutions. Even when I'm okay, I feel like everything is absurd and that we are doomed and that individual action is almost useless in the capitalist system. And I need mental space. I need space. I need I feel like I'm talking to the void. I feel like I'm talking to the void, hoping somebody hears me. I whisper within, barely an interaction. I sink in this existential dread of the end of the world. I keep telling myself that there are excuses and reasons. I write in a weird position not to spoil the paper or the screen with my 2 tears. The sky is finally white. I feel the dissonance between the world and my feelings. How I should behave, what I should be doing. Be sad in a productive way. I feel like I need to stop, but when I try to quiet myself, I do it in a way that is in English, in a format that later can be consumed, either by my friends, my teachers, my followers, by someone. Vull plorar durant dies en aquesta blanca foscor, però les llàgrimes no em surten. El cos em torna rígid i opac, només puc sentir dolor i paciència. I numb myself with Twitter and Reddit and YouTube and meaningless games. I try not to open LinkedIn because...
Te quiero.
Yo también te quiero. Because it's way too motivational and unreal. I fear of opening Instagram because there my friends or acquaintances are coping with the situation in such creative ways. No entenc per què no puc ser així, perquè sempre haig de patir, perquè no puc parar de mirar. I can focus on my mental health because I have deadlines.
Es que el resumen es que no te puedes centrar en tu salud mental porque tienes deadlines y no te puedes centrar en las deadlines por tu salud mental. Ese es el resumen. Al menos eso es lo que me pasa a mí. Aunque hoy estoy algo mejor, pero es que ayer fui incapaz de hacer nada.
Maybe there is a way in which we can think through the digital world and within an ecological perspective, but it's impossible for me right now. We're so unallocated. We're everywhere and everywhere. I feel like my creativity is procrastination. This urgency to keep doing, because deadlines are ethereal, bodiless creatures. And while everybody is so concerned, so understanding, you cannot stop. You pretend you can. You pretend you can have a break. Però sempre vols 5 minuts més, sempre intentes parar una mica, lo suficient per seguir sent productiu, una estoneta més. I cannot stop. I'm attending the world through 4 screens. I és tan interessant veure la veïna, espiar-la, veure com les plantes creixen. The world is staying as it is because of the digital, the remote, the online. And even through air pollution seems to have dropped a little. Però no puc parar de pensar en que no hi ha cap manera d'aturar-ho, en què arribem tard, en què ens han enganyat i ens han robat alguna que era nostre. But if you lose a second, you've missed your life, you're ruined, you're a nobody. Si perds un segon més, has perdut. I remember reading that in the USA, the lockdown, the pandemic, or whatever you want to call it, is expected to be reflected in a drop in the CO2 emissions of the 5%, while it was expected, before everything that is happening, to drop 2.8%. I'm not sure about the numbers, but this is still depressing. This has a silver lining. There's a silver lining. But I can't find it. I try to put myself in those plants, to touch the ground, to look at the sky.